Hey everyone, Enra Silver here, and welcome to episode 2 of Glitchslapped by Enra. In this episode, we're going to continue looking at some of the stacked glitches I found in the parralell-fat-middle group. At the end of the video, I'll cover an easy way to determine how a piece will glitch onto a non-standard connection point. So without further ado, let's get to it! Now, if you've seen the base tour video for my Technology Overload Recovery Center, or TORC, you'll notice that the lobby of the Welcome Center is completely decorated by stacked glitches of foliage. And one of my favorites was the tentacle spire with an umbrella tree glitched onto it. And if you mess with the color of each one of them, you could get some really striking contrasts. Next, let's look at the adornments you can purchase from the Quicksilver vendor. A candelabra bloom, aquatic crystal, and rock garden all glitched together look pretty cool. Plus, it also works as an excellent light source. Next, the flare cap toadstool and a calcishroom glitch together give a really nice look, especially when viewed from below where you're able to see the cap on the toadstool flare. You're also able to change the color of the light on the calcishroom to more closely match or contrast with the flare on the cap. And now for my next trick, let's look at the statues you can buy from the Quicksilver vendor. Did you know that the bronze, silver, and gold versions of each statue are different sizes? I didn't. Since they're different sizes, you can glitch them together for some strange looks. It works pretty well with the Atlas, Walker, and Vector statues, although maybe they'd fit best in a Marquis de Sade type build. I don't know, you tell me. Now, as you can see from the Gex statue here, the others don't work quite so well. They tend to just merge together into one big blob, but maybe you can find a use for them. Let me know if you do. Now, are you tired of the same old EM generators? Well, we can change their look by glitching a large refiner on the bottom. You can also add a mineral refiner, gas extractors, or supply depots as well. Now that looks pretty cool, but let's add in a couple stabilized glitches, just for shits and giggles. Light fissures are always a good choice, but when stacking glitches, terbium growths work great. This is because terbium growths belong to a small subset of the parallel-middle fat group that I like to call the gap subgroup. This is because they glitch in with the parallel-fat-middle orientation, but with a gap between them and the connection point. This gives them a slightly different look than most of the other glitches in the list, and so they combo together with them in some really funky ways. All the pieces that are part of the gap subset are in bold on the spreadsheet. Finally, let's look at Octa Cabinets. They look really good with a signal booster glitched into them. You can add a calcishroom in for a good look as well as a bit more illumination. Another good look is achieved by adding a hardy shrub. So there are a few more ideas, hopefully, to get your wheels turning and thinking about other combinations to try. Now, as I promised, let's talk about how orientation changes on a non-standard glitch point. First off, this is a standard glitch point. All picks on the spreadsheet are glitched onto this specific point since it's the most common, but connection points can be altered easily. This is one of the reasons the blender glitch is so useful. When looking at the connection point, any rotation of the circle will rotate the piece on its x-axis, while any rotation of the lightning bolt will rotate the piece on its y-axis. I'll demonstrate this with storage units since it's also a good way to get a 4-in-1 storage unit. Start by setting up a wire cross however you prefer. I used light boxes and total wire control to set this one up. All storage containers will be glitched onto the center point. Whenever you place your cursor over the center point, pay attention to its orientation. Whatever outer connection point matches the center exactly is the wire you'll be glitching onto. The outer circle will usually rotate with your camera. Sometimes you'll need to move your cursor around on the connection point to get the lightning bolt to switch, however. So here we have 4 storage units all merged together, but each one is still accessible as you can see, plus you can still snap cuboids onto them. Well, that does it for episode 2 of Glitchslapped by Enra. Check back in a few days for episode 3 where we look at the second largest group, parralell-fat-middle. Spoiler alert, it has my favorite stacked glitch, one that I've already came up with multiple uses for. So click the alert bell so you're alerted when it drops, and if you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. This has been Enra Silver, and until next time, may the glitch gods smile upon all your builds.